And have you ever believed God's promise, but still wished for just a little reassurance? Well, you trust Him, but part of you still says, Lord, help my faith. Now, if you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Even Gideon needed encouragement. So, howdy and welcome to Friday's edition of Today's Bread. Now, this week we've been looking at Gideon. He's a very unlikely hero. By this point in the story, Gideon believed that God would fight for him. He knew the Lord had promised victory over the Midianites, but the enemy's army was enormous. Judges chapter 7, verse 12 tells us their numbers were so great that even their camels couldn't be counted. So Gideon still needed a little reassurance, and God, in His kindness, gave it to him. The Lord told Gideon to take his servant and go down near the enemy camp. While they were there, Gideon overheard two Midianite soldiers talking. One of the men shared a dream he had, and the other soldier interpreted it. He said, "This can be nothing other than the sword of Gideon. God has given the Midianites and the whole camp into his hands." Now, can you imagine hearing that? The enemy themselves were saying that God had already given Gideon the victory. When Gideon heard it, his confidence was renewed. And what was the first response? He worshiped the Lord. Then he returned to his men and shared the news that victory was coming. There's an important lesson here for us. Some people trust God immediately when they hear His word. Others need a little more reassurance along the way. And Gideon reminds us that God is patient with us. He works with us, strengthens our faith, and encourages us until we learn to trust Him more fully. And here's the good news. God's encouragement is always right on time. We can believe Him. He will never let us down. So thank you for joining us today. And if one of these posts blesses you, consider blessing someone else by sharing them. Now, Friday's prayer focus for America is for God's covering over the hearts, minds, and future of the next generation. Now, remember, Jesus is coming back soon. Now, today's portion of the priestly blessing is this. May the Lord give you His peace. Jesus is the bread of life. May His word nourish you today. So until next time, keep breaking the bread with the bread of life.